And welcome back to Daily Wrap. Let's check in with the insatiable Steve Malzberg and see what he has planned for this evening. Steve, hey.
Joe, Rick Santorum will be here. Earlier today, he spoke at the National Press Club giving his policy statement on immigration. How does it differ from Donald Trump's? You may be surprised. And what does he think of the term anchor babies? Then we'll ask that of Bill Richardson, who has a Mexican background. Of course, the former New Mexico governor. And the Malzberg panel. And give me 5. It's all straight ahead right after the Daily Wrap at 7 Eastern. Don't miss it.
And we won't. All right, Donald Trump's popularity continues to rise. This week he was featured on the cover of Time magazine. Inside the cover story, there it is, deal with it. I like that title. Trump is standing stately with a bald eagle. Can we see this? Now, lest you think that bald eagle is fake, it is real and apparently knocked over some stuff in that incredibly awesome office with all those helmets and everything. So good for Trump. Anyway, check out the footage from the photo shoot you just saw. Other leading candidates who've appeared on Time magazine's cover, like Rick Perry, Rand Paul, Mitt Romney, Sarah Palin, ended up losing. Is there a Time magazine curse like the Campbell Soup curse in the NFL? Yay or nay, Brad?
No, there's no curse like that. But I think if he chose to put that eagle in there and look like Stephen Colbert's pistachio nut ad, I mean, I don't know which is worse. He chose to bring the eagle in, or they said, here, Donald, we'll do this. We'll put you with eagles. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like the eagle. The eagle likes me.
That's a great shot.
I was more impressed with the eagle looking straight into the camera.
Yeah,
Eagle, that eagle.
They have the same facial expression.
Right, look at Eagle's a pro, man.
It's similar hair.
Yes.
But as Donald Trump's popularity grows across America, Governor Jeb Bush is finally going on the offensive.
But here's the deal. We're a conservative party, aren't we? Republican Party. I think what people are eventually going to vote for is a proven conservative leader that's done it, not talked about it, that's actually done it. Mr. Trump doesn't have a proven conservative record. He was a Democrat longer in the last decade than he was a Republican. He's given more money to Democrats than he's given to Republicans. It wasn't that long ago that he was for, and continues to, hadn't denied, I don't think, the fact that he's for a tax on assets. He was for a single-payer system for health care until very recently. Not a very conservative point of view. Look, Mr. Trump is clearly got talent. I mean, there's no denying that. He's won over a lot of people. People are very angry about how Washington's not working. He's tapped into that. I respect people that feel the way they do, for sure. But when people look at his record, it is not a conservative record.
Seems, Joe DeVito, that Mr. Bush is irritated. He is annoyed because he sees his numbers dropping and realizes that the only tack that he could take at this point is to attack Trump. The problem with that is everybody else who's done that to this point, Rand Paul, Rick Perry, their numbers, instead of going up, which normally happens when you go negative, somehow went in the opposite direction.
Yeah. It's nice how they had that surveillance camera footage of Trump next to him there.
That black and white.
That's weird. Yeah, also, did Bush have his arms in those sleeves? Did it look like he had no arms in his sleeves at some point?
That could be a liability if he does not have arms in the campaign. Shake hands and stuff.
Again, I don't know what you can do with Trump. He's just amazing that. I think it's, if you look at what he said about the wall with Mexico, I think that's a perfect example. People said it's ridiculous that he came in with such insane, like they said, how are you going to pay for this? And he came back with something even crazier, saying, well, make Mexico pay for it. And at first I thought, that's nuts, but it's a good negotiator. He's coming in so high that he's willing to give up some things like that. So in a way, it kind of makes a crazy kind of sense. What doesn't make sense is that with that hair, it actually looks dumber with his hat on. I don't know how he pulled it off when he puts his hat on. It looks worse covering up that
Be nice to that hat. We're selling that hat around here. Come on.
Look at that.
Yeah. So what I've noticed, the difference between Bush and Trump, forget policy for a second. It's strictly talking optics and just mannerisms.
You can't talk about Trump and policy, so we have to forget it.
Right. So let's move on from that. It seems that Jeb Bush is joyless. Like, he doesn't even want to be out there, just like Hillary Clinton doesn't want to be out there. Right. Donald Trump is having the time of his life.
No, you're right.
And
that's absolutely true.
Crowds are feeding off that and vice versa.
Jeb does not know what to do, but to be fair, none of them do.
Nope.
None of them do. And this is why, you know, at the end of the day, for all the things that we analyze about why Trump's doing so well, it's not about the anger. He's like, people are relating to him, which is bizarre. Who relates to a multi-billionaire, you know?
People who want to be led by someone who's excited about leading them. Yeah. The issue isn't that Jeb's annoyed. Have some energy, man. Wake it up, whatever you say.
I don't know if it's in him.
Well, it's going to have to be in someone. Otherwise, people want to be led by someone who wants to lead them.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. Rand Paul is not in the country right now,
No.
and very few people know this. He's in Haiti.
Yeah, he's doing
eye
surgeries.
surgeries
yeah.
for poor people. And he was on Time Magazine's cover, ironically enough, the last time he did that, as a very interesting candidate.
And now
It's
look
almost
at
like,
him.
you know what, I'm just going to get out of here and
And
try to
now
do something
look at him.
positive.
He was in
You
Time
can do more
Magazine.
good there than
Now
here.
he's in
Now his
Haiti,
numbers will go
you
up.
know?
Anyway, what do you think about Donald Trump's Time Magazine cover, and particularly the thing with the eagle on the inside? And what about Donald Trump's conservative record? Go to newsmaxtv.com/comments and let us know. And if you want to get your Make America Great hat, just like the one Donald Trump wears, go to newsmax.com/trumpcap. or call 1-800-933-8396. Again, go to newsmax.com/trumpcap. The Ashley Madison hackers released the site's user information. We'll talk about that next.